In my belief, this one play, this one single play, tells you everything you need to know about Tua Tagovailoa and his performance thus far with the Miami Dolphins. This one play right here, just watch it. You've probably seen it many times, but I've been looking at this play in depth. And as I've looked at this play, I have to admit that I think that this play sums up the haters and everything wrong about what they're saying about Tua Tagovailoa and his performance thus far with the Miami Dolphins. We're going to go old school here, and we're going to break this down. We're going to go over it in depth. I don't have a telestrator, not John Madden. It's been a long time since I broke down film, but I'm going to show you exactly what the problem is and why people aren't understanding what happened last year with Tua Tagovailoa. So let's get into it. I remember the days sitting in front of a projector and clicking and back and clicking and back and watching the same play 30, 40, 50 times, maybe spending an hour on one play just to see if I could pick up on some tendency or trend that the opponent was doing. So I stumbled upon this play, which was a huge touchdown that the Dolphins scored against the Jets last year. And then I had to start watching it over and over again. And as I watched it, I started picking up on little things that I'm going to show you. So I hope this doesn't bore you to tears, but I'm going to show you how an old defensive lineman can break down film and show you what some people might have missed or just simply ignored or just ignorant to what they're looking at. Watch this with me. Let's check this out. So let's first set the situation. Like I said, I don't have a telestrator, so you're going to have to watch for my mouse. It's flying around here. There's my mouse. And I'm going to point some things out to you as we're going to go through this play. And we're going to go through it a number of times because I want you to really focus in on what I'm seeing and what, the ordinary person may not be looking at. So we're seeing that situation here. It's a 2nd and 1. There's no time constraints. It's 9:17 and third. And the Dolphins and Jets are tied. And so what we have here, there are 6 offensive linemen. There are actually 6 people on the line. Here's your right tackle, this guy right here. Here's your right guard, here's your center. Here's your left guard, here's your tackle, and then here's a tight end. You've got Jasicki up here as the other tight end, and then you got Waddle and other guys over here split out, and you've got a halfback. So let's just watch the play in real time so you can see what happens. Tua throws a touchdown, Mac Hollins scores, boom. That's what people watching the game who were at the game, that's what people on TV saw, but they didn't really break it down. So I'm going to take a second and show you something that you may not have looked at. You may have seen this play over and over, but it explains so much what Tua was going through and the problem that the Dolphins were having last year. Now, those of us who are Dolphins fans, we know that some of the problems that the Dolphins had last year, there was really a really bad offensive line. And then this year we hear everybody talking about how Tua can't throw the long ball. I'm going to explain really quickly here what went on last year. It's all encapsulated in this one play. Believe it or not, this one play explains so much. So let's go ahead and take a look at this play in depth. And again, bear with me. Here we go. You ready? Okay, so you've seen this in full speed a couple times now. Now I'm going to point some things out to you. So like I said, there's 6 people up here on the line. You got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive linemen. You've got another tight end in here to block as well. You've got a halfback, you've got Tua, and then you've got your wideouts. Watch what happens real quick. So Tua is basically at this point 5 yards deep. Here's the 35-yard line. He's standing at the 30. That's 5 yards. Let's go slowly and see what happens. We're going to go guy by guy. So let's start here at the defensive end. Defensive end is looking to be picked up by the left tackle and the tight end. Let's go and see what happens just with him. At this point, he's coming through, and tight end tries to pass him off. And you see the left tackle, Liam, steps out to block the rushing, blitzing defensive back. Really good technique right there. Push the other guy inside, and then make sure you look for the other guy looping around. So Tua at the pre-snap knows this guy right now is coming on a blitz. He can see he's coming out of blitz. He's ignoring both these wide receivers. He knows pre-snap this guy's coming out of blitz. But he's assuming that this left tackle who's already standing up is going to loop out here and pick him up. Watch what happens and watch how Liam completely fails on this block. Here comes the cornerback. He's coming in. There's Liam stepping out to get him. And what happens? He goes right around him like he wasn't even there. Look at that. Boom. He steps out to meet him, and he runs right around him. And then the halfback or running back is looking there as a basically a safety valve. He's like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to help this guy here who's not blocking well here, and I'm going to have to come out. Somebody isn't going to get blocked. So here comes the number 30, and he goes right around him, and the back picks him up so that he doesn't hit Tua. But we all know, those of us who've been watching the Dolphins, Liam was a weak link on the line. A completely weak link on the line. Let's go further inside. So now you've got this guy's going to be rushing. We already just covered him. Here's the inside rusher. So we're going to concentrate on this guy right here. And watch, the tight end's already looking at him. I'm gonna get this guy because Liam's got a loop. I'm gonna get this guy. And he does a really good job stepping up, boom, meeting that guy and keeping him basically at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't move much of all. He's not even going to be a threat. Great job. Now let's move in a little bit further. Now let's look at this guy. This guy here, right in the middle of the line. Watch what happens here. This guy blows through, and he's coming after Tua big time. Notice Tua took a 3-step drop, 5 yards, and this guy's basically even with him right now. Tua knows I got to get rid of this ball. My line collapsed. They didn't do anything. So that's that guy. All right. So now we're going to go back up to this guy up here. See what the right guard can do. Can he do any better? Boom. He comes off the snap. He's got the guy. He keeps his man right where he's supposed to. Look how they've got this guy off. Now look at the other tackle. We're going to go up here and we're going to watch him. So far we know that Liam completely whiffed on the blitzing cornerback. Now watch what happens to the guy up top. He takes a step back. He's waiting. And this defensive end completely obliterates him, pushes him back, and he's at Tua before Tua can even get set. Watch Tua get set. He takes his 3 steps, goes 1, 2, 3. He takes that step, he starts to get set, and this guy is already gonna be in his face. Boom, he's right there. Right there, and this guy's coming for him too. So when people say he didn't have enough of an offensive line, that's absolutely true. You can't set and throw if when you get back to pass, you take 3 steps and these guys are all over you. What do you expect him to do at that point? He's gotta do something. This is a second one. It's a play action pass, and they completely blew the assignments. Let's continue. So you see Tua, he's planted his foot, and right now he knows he's got to do something because these two guys right here are looking to take his head off. They've come through, they've busted through, especially the guy at the top, and he's right there ready to get to him. So in order to avoid the sack, Tua steps up. His offensive line didn't even protect him. I got to get out of here right now. This isn't going to work. Then he spots Hollins running down the field, gets away from that one guy, and then he gets a chance to square his body, square his shoulders, and he's standing on the 30. This is where the second part of the myth gets exploded. He's standing on the 30, and right now he's going to hit this ball 50 yards in the air after avoiding a sack. So let's play this a little bit. And boom. 50 yards in the air. People say Tua doesn't have the arm strength. You just saw him avoid a sack, avoid 2 guys about to tear his head off before he even had a chance to set. He had to scramble into the pocket, reset, find Matt Collins, and then uncork a 50-yard bomb. Now, yes, I will admit this ball is a little bit underthrown, but it's not underthrown because of arm strength. It's underthrown because of, oh my God, these two guys are right here in my face. There's a guy open. I have a release valve. Let me just toss it down the field and hope for the best. This play is broken. I can tell you right now, this was not designed this way. No offensive coordinator in the league said, you know what? We're going to have my left tackle whiff, and we're going to have my right tackle get blown out, and then Tua's going to try it and escape, and then he's going to throw a 50-yard bomb to Matt Collins. No, they didn't draw it up that way. These guys are supposed to block. So let's just watch this one more time. Everyone's set. We're going to run a play action pass here. We're going to see, do the linebackers buy in? Nope, the linebackers don't buy in at all. So they're dropping back in coverage as well. So Tua is basically a man on an island right here. This is Gesicki, he's covered. This is Hollins getting ready to run down the field. And I've got another back in here ready to go ahead and block after Liam whiffs completely. There's Liam whiffing, leaving it up to the back to pick him up. And then I've got my right tackle doing absolutely nothing, basically imploding on the play. I've got to escape. I got to step up if I'm Tua. I got to find a hole. Am I going to run? What am I going to do? Oh, wait a second. I see somebody down there. Do I have enough time to plant? Put my other dry foot, and now boom, from the 30-yard line, I'm going to go ahead and launch an absolute rocket of desperation down to a guy 50 yards downfield. And seeing it one more time in full speed, you can see him escape the rusher, plant, throw it, perfect spiral, boom, 6 points, touchdown. That's what people aren't seeing. They're making all kinds of excuses, but they're not really looking at the tape. Anyone just watching this game goes, oh, Tua underthrew a ball. Yeah, he threw it far. But you gotta look. You actually have to know what to look at. Maybe because I'm a former lineman, I like to see what the blocking schemes are. And so when something falls apart, I can actually see it. I can actually see a guy whiff on a block. If you're not looking for that, you don't know. You don't know what happened. He went back 3 steps and boom, they're on him. No quarterback, not even Tom Brady, can do those kind of things when you've got people breaking down their blocks, getting obliterated, getting run past. It just doesn't happen. So yes, Tua did not have an offensive line that could protect him. You can't deny it. I've looked at every one of his interceptions from last year, and every one of those interceptions, bar 1 or 2, maybe 3, are because his offensive line broke down, completely broke down. So if you're running around with no protection back there, what do you expect a quarterback to do? When everybody says this year Tua's got to step up and perform, I believe if he's got 5 or 6 guys up in front of him that know what the hell they're doing, he's going to be fine. If you can improvise a play when your line completely breaks down and you have to run around back there to find an open spot and you can plant and throw a 50-yard strike to somebody, then you got the goods. Don't let anyone tell you he doesn't have the goods. They're not looking at the film the same way. They're looking at stats. Oh, he had this many interceptions and his QBR rating was this or that. Nonsense. You actually have to watch the tape. Now, let me know what you think. You think that this is BS? That you just saw it yourself? Go back and look at some of his film. You'd be very surprised. And that's why these guys, especially some of these sports journals, aren't getting it. They're not breaking down his tape. It's easy to sit in the studio and go, hey, Tua, I don't know what he's going to do this year. I'm not sure if he's going to make it. Break down the tape. Pretend you're in the room with the coaches clicking and breaking down the tape. Mike McDaniels, I'm sure, has seen this tape over and over and over. I'm sure he's watched every pass play, every offensive play that Tua was involved in, and he's picked it apart with his genius. I'm not an NFL head coach, and I can see this. I can't imagine what Mike McDaniel has done when he's gone through the film study and went, yeah, this guy's got it. He really does have it. I can't imagine what Tyreek has done when he's gone through film study and went, yeah, he's got it. The journals, forget about them. Mike McDaniel, hopefully you're putting together an offensive line. If you solve the offensive line problems, the Miami Dolphins are going to go places this year. No doubt. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to see some of my other videos about the Miami Dolphins, go ahead and click one of these 2 over here. Talk to you soon.